Your girl has lash extensions again. And I am over the moon about having them back on. It's probably been about a year and a half. I remember I was supposed to get a fill the week that California shut down, and so it's been like a year and 3 months since I've gotten them done. Obviously with the pandemic and in California, salons closed down for a while, so I wasn't able to get them. And then once salons did open, I just didn't need to get them done because everything in California was still closed, and so I just didn't get them done for a while. And finally, California is starting to open. Not that we're really going out all the time, but I just got to a point where I just missed my lashes and was tired of waking up looking like a man. If you've had lash extensions, you know that you just wake up and I usually just throw on a brow and we're good to go for the day and we look awake and somewhat put together. I do have a video on how I clean my lashes and it's pretty much the same, so I will link that down below if you haven't seen that already. But if you guys want to see any particular videos about lash extensions, if you're curious about them, or you want to see certain looks of how I do it with lash extensions, please leave that in the comments below. Would love to do that because while I do love lash extensions, there are some things that you have to do when you have them on, and also some things that you can't do when you have them on. If you can't tell, I'm just so excited to have them back on. I wanted to film a video today of an updated how I do my makeup, like my go-to everyday makeup look now that I have lash extensions. I have done a couple where I used Lashify, which are like DIY at-home lash extensions, so I'll link all of the videos down below. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Jen. I do beauty and lifestyle videos. If you guys like those type of videos, I would love if you consider to subscribe to my channel. I do upload new videos every Tuesday and Friday. So without further ado, if you guys want to see this very quick and easy makeup look, honestly, this look probably takes me less than 10 minutes to do if I'm not talking to the camera. So it's a super fast, easy makeup tutorial. Just keep watching. Love this for me. Okay, so I have gone ahead and just done my morning skincare routine. I typically try to wait at least 10 minutes from doing my skincare to doing my makeup. That's just a personal preference for me because I'm super oily. So it just helps with my moisturizer settling into my skin before applying my makeup. The first thing I'm going to do is apply my primer. I'm going to use the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer today. Typically for summertime, I don't like to use anything too heavy, so just any primer that's lightweight. For me, I like to have like a smoothing primer. Sometimes depending on like if I'm going to be outside, I will wear like a mattifying primer, but that's just because I'm super oily, so it helps. Let me zoom you guys in. Next up, for foundation, I typically, this is like my #1 favorite foundation. It's the Rare Beauty foundation and I have the shade 210N. If you guys have watched my other videos, you guys have seen this like a million times. I will wear this when I want more coverage, or if I'm gonna be out all day, I will wear this one. And if I want something just super lightweight, I mean, day to day, I don't wear makeup. I'll just put on a brow and that's it. That is the beauty of lash extensions. If I want just something lightweight, I guess casual makeup, nothing too crazy, I will wear the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. I have the shade Light 8N, so these are usually my two go-to foundations right now. And I don't usually apply too much. If I want a little bit more coverage, sometimes I'll add like my Fenty Skin Tint on top of it, but this works great. I'm gonna use my Dirty Beauty Blender. I used it yesterday, so, and I'm too lazy to clean it. A little bit of redness there, so I'm just gonna apply a little bit more on my cheeks. Just like Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter in the shade number 2. And I just apply a little bit on the tops of my cheekbones, a little on my nose. Just gonna use the same beauty blender and just blend that in. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is just meant to give me a little bit more of a glow. For concealer, my go-to right now is the Hourglass concealer in Apricot. So this concealer actually matches my skin tone pretty well. So if I want to brighten or if I want a little bit more coverage, I will add a little bit of the Dose of Colors in number 11. So I'm gonna do that today so I can just show you guys. Typically, I would just do the Hourglass one. So I'll just do like a little bit on the inner corner. Blend that in and be very careful. When I'm doing my concealer, I just look up and I try not to blink. And that's because obviously I don't want to get any cream products or concealer on my lashes. So when you have lash extensions, you do want to be a little bit more cautious when you're applying makeup around them. Personal preference, but I just want to make sure that I can make my lashes last as long as they can. So I'm going to do a little bit of the Dose of Colors concealer, and that's just gonna go like just a few dots, nothing crazy. This is just gonna add a little bit more coverage and then also brighten up underneath a little bit. And this one you don't really have to get too close to the lash line. So the next step is to set this all. This stage you can do a cream blush if you want to. I am not going to do a cream blush today, but I am going to set it. I usually set with my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus powder, which I love, but I finally got my hands on, hopefully, the right shade. L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Wear Powder. I did do a review on this, but the shade that I originally got was like way too dark. So this one I got is Ivory Buff 125. I'm just gonna lightly dust it, like just enough to set my face, nothing too crazy. So just enough to set it, because I am oily. So next for my brows, I'm not gonna do fluffy like soap brows today. I just am gonna do my Anastasia pomade in medium brown and NARS custard concealer. I don't do anything special when it comes to my brows. I still carve out my brows, but I just make sure not to bring it too far down. So I tend to use less concealer when I have lash extensions. But my eyelids do tend to get red, so I don't like to leave it completely blank. So I'll just take whatever's underneath my brow and just pat it in. So next, I have re-fallen in love because this fell to the back of my drawer and I recently found it again. But it's the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Bronzer. It's huge. Head for comparison. Take a large fluffy brush. Just run it along underneath my cheekbones to give me some color back into my face and also some dimension. And don't forget the hairline. And then for blush, I like to keep it kind of peachy-ish. I'm gonna use Tarte Blissful Blush. Try to keep the placement of my blush a little bit higher. For my highlight, day to day, I don't want anything too crazy blinding. So I've been using, again, my Dose of Colors Desi and Katie Fuego highlighter. Just applying that a little bit above where I applied my blush. See how it's still like pretty, but it's not blinding? If I like just got my lashes done, they can look, you know, pretty dark and heavy. So what I like to do, and what I'm used to, is put a little bit of brown shadow on my lower lash line. Definitely don't want to do cream products anywhere near your lashes, so the top or the bottom. So if you want to do liner still, I would highly recommend doing powder. It will definitely make your lashes last a lot longer. So I'm just going to use like a medium brown shade and just lightly run that along my lower lash line. And see, it's nothing too crazy, nothing too dark, but I just like to do it just so that it kind of balances my lashes to my face. Typically, I would just do a lip oil, but I am filming a video after this, so I'm gonna put on a lipstick, and I wore this yesterday and I loved it, and I forgot how much I loved it. So I'm gonna use Stone Lip Liner from MAC and Day Slayer from Huda Beauty. So this is the final look. Again, it's super simple and super easy. This is just my updated everyday go-to makeup tutorial. If you guys want to see any other tutorials, or if you want me to show you guys how I would do some eyeshadow with lash extensions, please let me know in the comments down below. Of course, with lash extensions, I am a little bit more cautious of how I apply my makeup because I do want my lashes to last at least 2 weeks because I get my fills every 2 weeks. So I hope this tutorial was helpful. Let me know if you guys want to see anything in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys.